Hi again, everybody. Tuesday, October 10th, 2023. In today's video, I'm going to take a look at the aspects of the Sun and the North Node and see how they might impact the S&P daily bars. The North Node is also known as Rahu in Vedic astrology. I'm going to take a look at a year of these aspects. So I'm looking at the major aspects here. You can see in my chart: Sun, Rahu. We've got the 120, the trine, the square, the sextile. I've got the semi-square, and then the sesquisquare, the conjunction, inconjunct, and then the opposition, or the 150. The inconjunct is also the quincunx. Anyhow, I've marked these with a vertical line. I'm just going to start in 22 and carry it out into early 23. The first one was January 19th. It was a trine. That one was a midpoint. That one hit halfway down in the swing. The second one here in February 15th, we've got the Sun square. That's a little top right there. It's 1 day off on the 16th. Triggers a nice short. Those squares are generally going to be more bearish. And then moving into March 14th, we move into a sextile position. Catch this low right here, and that runs up to March 29th, where we have the semi-square, which again is a bearish aspect. So you can see we get a nice top form right there, significant top, and that runs all the way down into the next aspect on May 13th, which falls on the weekend. The actual low is on Monday, and there we have that is the actual low on the 13th, and that is the conjunction, which kicks the market back up for a few days. After that, then, as we move into June, which is the next aspect, is another 45-degree semi-square. You can see again we've got a bearish indication. We've got moved down from there. Then in July, we've got the sextile aspect. That one is right in the middle of the swing. That one's kind of a miss. The sextiles are probably the weakest aspect in the group here. And then in August, we've got the square, generally more bearish, but happens to come in at the end of a strong push down, so we get a nice bullish reversal for 5 days off of that. And then in September, we've got a trine, which is another midpoint, very much like the first aspect back in January. Midpoint. Remember that. Coming into October, we've got the Sun. What is that? 10. We've got the inconjunct, which gives us a nice minor top and a good push down. Moving into November, we've got the opposition. In this case, that one is bullish. Comes off that swing correction down, triggers a good up move. Next one, December 5th, we've got another in conjunction, and that one is a couple days off the high. It's kind of a midpoint, really, so that one's kind of a miss or a midpoint. Then we move to January, and we've got in January, what are we looking at? Lost my place. Come into a trine on January 2nd. That's a very minor top. Next one out is on the 28th. That's a square. we don't really get much of a push down. We only get a day and a half push down on that one. Coming into February on the 24th, we've got the sextile. Again, that's a very weak move off of that. And then we come into a good reversal here in March on the 10th when we get into that semi-square again. So that gives you a little bit over a year's worth of a look at those aspects. So Sun and Rahu, take a look at them. Certain of those aspects have certain influence. There's more to this than just the aspect itself. If you want to get serious about using aspects, you have to compare aspects in signs and houses because they're going to have a little bit of a different effect. And then you also have to look at the relationship between these planets and also other factors, whether these aspects, whether any of these planets are debilitated or in special situations where they may be enhanced and make their effects stronger. So when you're looking at astrology, it's not just, it's not just about aspects. It's about half a dozen other things that go into that as well. Anyhow, just want to throw that out there, some food for thought, using the Sun and Rahu on the S&P or the Dow.